Why do I even try? I suck anyways. Oh hey, I didn't see you there. So, you all know my 2008 Fender Jaguar. I love this guitar to death. I played the crap out of it. I played shows with it. And it's one of my favorite guitars of all time. So I thought it would be fun to show you what I played before I got this guitar. So now enjoy. So I started playing guitar when I was in elementary school, and a friend of the family asked me and my brother if we want to learn guitar, and we said yes, and we didn't had a guitar at that time, so my parents got out and bought me one, and I was a fairly small child back then, and they got me this. So this is my very first guitar. It's a children's size guitar with nylon strings, and yeah, it's my oldest guitar. It's about over 20 years old now, I think. And yeah, I tried to tune it up for this video, but I noticed that the neck pocket had some cracks in it, and the wood is coming apart, and also the bridge is coming apart, so I didn't even bother to put tension on the strings. So yeah, I remember back then I had very small hands. I still have very small hands, but I had problems making simple chord shapes, and now if you look back, my hand is almost an octave long, so yeah, time flies. So yeah, this is my first guitar, and I tried to put some B-roll footage of it in the video, but don't expect much from me, like you always should do, because I suck. And yeah, on to the next one. So a few years later, I grew a little bit, and I got bigger and mostly fatter. And yeah, I needed a new guitar to accommodate for the bigger hands I got. And my uncle was on vacation in Portugal, and yeah, because my family is of Portuguese origin, and he bought me a new guitar from a local guitar shop there, and it's made in Portugal, and it's this model right here. It's I think it's still a very cheap guitar, and yeah, it's still a classical guitar, because yeah, it was still in elementary school when I got it, so it must be about 8 maybe, and yeah, it's a full scale length classical guitar, and you can still play it if you would tune it, that means. And I'm not typically a classical guitar player, but from time to time I still get it out of the case, and it got tons of scratches and bruises from all the abuse over the years, and it's almost 20 years old now too, so that's no surprise there. But I tend to let it in the case now, because a few years back the wood got so dry from the guitar top that it would form, and the bridge was ripped apart from the string tension, and yeah, I had it repaired then, and since then I'm pretty careful with it. So yeah, that's guitar number 2. at this point, I got out of elementary school, went to middle school, and I was playing guitar still, but I wasn't really into playing guitar. I was, yeah, it was just a thing you could do when you were bored. But that changed very quickly when I heard an album from Santana. And yeah, it was the first time I was hearing like electric guitar sounds that played the main role in the music. And I was getting back into playing more guitar and tried to sound like this, but I didn't have an electric guitar. So my parents thought it would be nice if our son would have an electric guitar, and so they bought me this cheap Strat copy. And yeah, it came with an amp. I still have the amp too. I try to put a picture of it on the screen. And yeah, like I said, this is an black Strat copy with a greenish pickguard. And yeah, my guitar teacher at the time called it the egg cutter, because it is just a very janky guitar and it doesn't hold tune very well, and but you can cut eggs with it. And yeah, I tried to tune it up for the video, but the neck is warped, so you can't get a tone out of this. And yeah, it has a very stiff vibrato system, and yeah, I think it looks very cool with the green pickguard and the black body, but this is the main reason why I don't like Stratocasters anymore. I don't know, I just like guitars that everybody plays a Strat, and it's kind of boring. So, and because I don't have such great experience with Strats, I know that isn't the guitar I should compare that to, but because I had such bad experience, I changed to other brands and body shapes. So, yeah. But this guitar is the guitar that brought me back into playing more. So if it weren't for this thing, I would suck. I mean, most of you would say I do suck, but if it weren't for this, I would suck even more. So you're welcome. And yeah, this is guitar number 3, I think, and that's a cheap Strat copy. So now that I got my electric guitar and was playing more frequently, the next logical step was to have an acoustic guitar. So I was playing in school in this guitar workshop thing where we would play a lot of songs with very easy chord shapes, and yeah, like Zombie or Country Roads or something. And I was noticing that the things we would play with our classical guitars, it wouldn't really sound like the records you would hear, because on the records they would use steel string guitars. And yeah, near my school was this little music shop with would sell like LPs and guitars and decoration stuff. And it had this guitar in the window as at the main piece, and I really think I thought it back then, and I still think it's a very beautiful looking guitar. But yeah, it's also very cheaply made in China, which isn't a bad thing, I might add. But this thing could have used some more quality control, to say the least. Like the piezo system sounds like very very nasal, I would say, and yeah, the tuners don't hold tune that great. The neck is also warped. It goes from this to this, and yeah, it has this plastic back, this round neck back, and it's shaped like a bowl. And you know, I'm also shaped like a bowl, and if you put a fear on a fear, that's never a stable system. But despite all quirkiness, my parents bought me this again. I'm thankful that my parents are supporting my hobby that much. And I'm such an idiot and don't make a career of it. Sorry, mom and dad. But yeah, I was looking at that guitar every day in that music shop, and one day it was sold. It wasn't there anymore, and the the owner of the shop knew me and said, "Yeah, I sold it. I'm sorry." And a few weeks later, I had it was my birthday, and my parents surprised me with this, and the same day we got back to the music shop to I don't know, buy some strings or something, and the owner was just smiling at me and said, "I was a pretty good liar, was I?" And yeah, and that's the main reason I don't sell this guitar, because it has such lovely background story, and yeah. But I don't play it anymore because, you know, it's pretty uncomfortable to play and it doesn't sound that great either. But yeah, that's my Ovation copy. That's guitar number 3. It's number 4. Anyways, here's Wonderwall. So we saw some acoustic guitars now, we saw an electric guitar. What comes next? So I was around 14 at the time. I was getting more and more into guitar each and every day, and also got into harder music. I was really into punk, hard rock, and metal at that time. So yeah, as I was practicing and tried to get good at the instrument, and if you're familiar with my content, you know that didn't work out that great. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, like I said, I was trying to get better and was trying to get into harder music. And as I was practicing, I realized that the Strat wasn't sounding that great, and it was also a pain to play. So it was a fairly annoying guitar. So, and I was really into PRS guitars, and like guitarists of they are not that cheap. So I was looking for a guitar that had humbuckers equipped and was not that expensive. And so I got this one. It's an Korea Les Paul custom copy. And yeah, it's a fairly cheap guitar. I think it's made in China. And yeah, this was my main guitar for a very long time. It was my main guitar till I got the Jaguar. And after then it was my backup guitar, and I played it for some songs when I played live. And yeah, this was my main guitar for the first few years. And I played my first shows with it. I played in the first bands with it, and yeah. Um, I noticed that the truss red color has also Mr.Teddy sticker on it. So yeah, apparently I have a signature model now. And yeah, also the neck has a crack in it, so maybe the wood got drier at some point. But it's a fairly nice looking guitar. It is also playable still. But as I prepared for the video, I noticed that the electronics, something is wrong with that. It's a fairly noisy guitar for a humbucker equipped guitar. And yeah, maybe I need to take a look at it and change the pickups at some time. Let me know if you want to see a mod project with this guitar. But yeah, like I said, it has the typical Shinehawk walkiness, like the tune-offs, they don't work that great. The hardware is fairly cheap and the pickups, like I said, are very noisy and don't work that great anymore. But that's all parts that I can change if I want to. And like I said, it was my main guitar for a long time till I got the Jaguar. And the main reason I don't play it anymore is because the other guitar just feels so much nicer. You definitely feel an increase in quality from this to the Jaguar, and that's the reason why the Jaguar is now my main instrument, because it's so comfortable to play, and for this you have to work a little bit. Also has some fret buzz, but not the worst. I've seen worse guitars, but yeah. That's guitar number 5 in storage. After that guitar I bought the resonator guitar you saw in some of my videos. I don't have it here, it's still in my studio because I use it from time to time still. And after the resonator I bought the Jaguar, and as you know, that's my favorite guitar now. That's why I bring it with me wherever I go. And yeah, guitar number 5 in storage. Now back to Teddy. Thank you, Teddy. So, there you have it. That's the guitars I have in storage right now. That's the guitars I've played before I got this beautiful thing. And yeah, you may ask why I don't get rid of them, why I don't sell them. And the main reason is they have a great sentimental value to me. And it would hurt me to get rid of them. They were a part of my life for so long. And yeah, it just would hurt me. It may sound selfish, but that's just the way I am, I think. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. My social media is in the description, and yeah, until next time, bye bye.